Good evening, everyone. Today we have reading session 3, and our trainer for today is Mrs. Annapurna Murugan. These are a few instructions for you all. Make sure you have a stable internet connection and a noise free environment, for which we recommend you to use your earphones for the best experience. Respect your instructor, classmates, and yourself. Be respectful and professional, and do not write anything inappropriate in the chat box. These are the three memberships that are available to you all at Ubergrad. You instantly become a bronze member when you get yourselves registered on the Ubergrad website. Apart from that, we have the silver and the gold memberships with additional features as displayed on the screen. So, for getting yourselves enrolled, upgraded to any of these two memberships, you can either send in the details in the chat box, or you can directly go on the website of Ubergrad and get yourselves upgraded there. Moving ahead, at Ubergrad, you also get free profile evaluation, which is done by our experts, which consists of university shortlisting, course recommendations, country recommendations, which are made according to a student's future aspirations, course of study, academic strengths, career objectives, and requirements. Moreover, we also have recommendations report, which is customized according to a student's profile and requirements. And we also have doubt clearance regarding the study abroad process, which consists of university shortlisting, application scholarships, etc. Moving ahead, these are some of the live classes which goes on a daily basis. So firstly, we have free GRE live classes which goes on from Monday to Friday, 8:30 to 9:30. It's a 2-month course. We also have free live Duolingo classes which goes on from Monday to Friday, 6:30 to 7:30. It's a 2-week course. So for getting yourselves enrolled for any of these two, you can directly go on the website of Ubergrad and get yourselves enrolled there. So these are few achievements of the students who got themselves enrolled at Ubergrad. Now I'll quickly show you the place where you can find a lot of information. So that's the website of Ubergrad, that is ubergrad.com. On the website, you can explore a lot of information related to the countries, the universities, courses, examinations that you are thinking of going for. Moreover, we also have free profile evaluation, talk to a counselor option, and test preparation stores are available, which consists of live IELTS, live GRE, live Duolingo classes, as I mentioned before. We also have some additional services for the students comprising of international SIM, accommodation, forex cards, education loans, US credit card, US bank account, etc. And blogs are also uploaded on the website. So you can directly go on the website of Ubergrad and explore a lot of information that's available there and get a clear picture of whatever you are going for. Now, there are recordings and handouts also available on the website itself. So just go on to website ubergrad.com, go on to your name, my test preparation, go on to IELTS Academic Comprehensive Live Classes course. On clicking on that option, it will direct you to this particular window. Now, like see on the extreme left hand side, you can see there are 4 modules that are given: listening, reading, speaking, and writing. So over here, the recordings and the handouts of all the sessions that have been taken place under that particular module is uploaded, and also sessional test related to that particular module is uploaded. So you can make use of all this on the website itself. Like for example, yesterday was reading session 2. So if you want to access the recording of yesterday's session, that is reading session 2, just go on to reading, go on to reading day 2, since yesterday was day 2. So go on day 2, the first option, when you click on that, it will direct you to the handout of that particular day and the particular module. And the last recording is usually the latest one. So when you click on 3.2.9, it will direct you to the yesterday's recording of reading session 2, that is of 21st November. So this way you can access the recordings and the handouts of all the other sessions and the modules as well. And usually the after completing all the sessions of that particular module, the sessional tests are also there like, see, this is the sessional test for reading module. So you can make yourselves available with these sessional tests as well. And I'll also post a Telegram channel link on the website, on the chat box of the meeting. So you can just directly click on the link and join the Telegram channel, because a lot of information is over there as well, and mock tests are also available there, so you can make use of those as well. Now I'll quickly hand over the session to our trainer for today, Mrs. Annapurna Murugan ma'am. So ma'am, are you there?
Hi, good
Yes.
evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Yes, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Hi, good evening, guys. I hope everyone is doing good for the day. Good evening. Good evening, Rajdeep, Ankita. So, everyone, good evening. Right. So, good evening, Namala, Reddy, so Atul, Janvi, Sai, Satish, everyone, good evening. So I guess everyone doing good, right? Sharon, good evening. Okay. So, right. So now let us start off with the session. Rinko, good evening. Dinesh, good evening. Right. Now, so let me share the screen for you guys. Okay. So today we are going to focus on what is no, not given, fill up the blanks, that is sentence completion. So these things we are going to focus on. Okay. So let's start off with our session without wasting another second. Okay, here we go. Just give me 1 second. Good evening, Sujal. Yes, here we go. I'm going to present this one. Yes, right. Today we are going to, as I said, so today we are working on S no not given. So you people know S or not given, S no not given. I can say that they are, this question type is analogous to your, what it is? It is analogous to your true, false, not given. Why I'm saying it is analogous to your true false not given, it is also on the same concept. Yesterday you people learned detailedly how like you people need to basically focus when it comes true false not given. So in the same way here also you need to be little conscious. Why? Because the statements will be so trappy that so we may end up thinking something else. Okay. No, that is the reason. The one method that you people need to do here is what? Whenever you get a question, try to understand the question idea properly, and then accordingly you need to search the idea. And also, you people know I had said one thing: if the question idea is present, so if the question idea is present, exactly the same question idea is present, then it will be true also. Then if you can take it as yes also. If the question idea is present, exactly the question idea. So it may be present in a different way. If the idea is present without any modification, then again we say that thing as yes, true. Okay. But if it is contra in the sense it is just opposite to whatever it is said. Okay. If the question idea is given, if your this one is just opposite to that idea, if it is opposite to the agenda of the sentence or the idea, then what we can say, it has contradictory, what we can say. So it can be considered as contradictory. So, and if at all they are not talking about that idea, that concept, that particular concept, so then here, if it is contra, we can say no, here false. But so if we have something just not discussed in the paragraph, if the question idea is not discussed or partially discussed, so then what it has to be? It has to be not given. So this is what we basically have here. Okay. Now, let me take let me tell you instructions and also explain the questions here so that you people can start working on. Okay, now again here I want answers. Like yesterday, I was really excited when I could see the answers flowing in. Okay, so today also you guys excite us. Okay, so you can see here, like we have, yes, no, this instruction, pakka you people need to start. Okay, you need to read this because see here, this is the thing. If the answer is yes, if you people only write why, you may, okay, you may not get score. If you write like this, then also it's wrong. You need to, because they have already instructed, you need to follow or you need to state YES. How you need to state YES? So your answer should be that only. And that is the reason we tell you to go through the questions. Why? Because they give us the instructions how your answer should be there. Okay. Now, let us quickly get on to the idea here. Science fiction writers are interested in robots for two main reasons. And also, guys, did you see one thing? Again, I did not see the passage only, isn't it? Even I did not show the passage to you people. You're clueless what the passage is. But in spite of that cluelessness, you will still be able to present the answers. So only I'm saying first what you people are doing. So you are going to look at the questions initially. So what here they are trying to say? Here they are trying to say science fiction writers are interested in robots for two main reasons. It's what they are saying. We have science fiction writers. They are interested in robots for two main reasons. Let us try and check it out in the paragraph whether this idea is present or we have something else here. Okay. Now, this is the thing we have. What do we have? Science fiction writers are so interested in robots for two main reasons, isn't it? So now just go through the paragraph and see where they are talking about. Yeah, I'll only help you out, guys. Robots' capacity for, we need to use the scanning process. We don't know where exactly this idea is, isn't it? So we should approach from the first part. And remember, for true, false, not given. So just like your, and just like your true, false, not given, yes, no, not given also will come in sequence. Okay. So first question answers comes first in the paragraph and then second. So third, like it goes like that. It's not, I'm saying first question comes in first paragraph, second question comes in second. No, I'm not meaning that. That means your questions are arranged in an order so that after you get your first answer, then only you will have your second answer. That means, so if you want to find fourth answer, where that location will be, if we have 5 questions, between third and fourth will third and fifth will be having the fourth question answer. Okay, so therefore since we don't know so where exactly this idea is present, kindly go through the sentence quickly and intensively because I'm explaining to you guys here, so therefore I'll be going a little slowly when I am explaining this thing. Robots' capacity of autonomous movement and their ability to perform an expanding set of tasks have captured writers' imagination for almost a century. Here itself, you have the idea. But I would like to show the question also. Science fictions writers, fictions what? Imaginary. Science imaginary writers, they are basically interested in robots. Why? Because of two reasons. And here they are saying, look at the way I said paraphrasing is very important. You people need to, why I'm trying to say you people to focus on questions, question idea, not on the keywords, just because of that. If you would have this one marked fictures, science writers, so robots interested, do you think you would have got this spot also? No. Look at the way so nicely they have given the idea. Robots' capacity for autonomous movement, their ability to perform an expanding set of tasks. First reason. Second reason, it has captured in the sense it has attracted. So writers, imaginations. Imagination means what? Fictitious. Fictitious writers have been so attracted towards robots. Why? Because of these two reasons. That means, don't you think whatever they have given so is completely correct? I mean, it is yes. Very good. I'm seeing the answers flowing in. Very good, guys. Yes, it is yes here. But now from this question, see, when I'm solving, don't just focus on the answers here, because we won't be getting same passages, isn't it? You need to see the technique, how differently the question is, how differently the this one idea presented in the paragraph. So how changes they gave. See, they gave your reasons, but they mentioned the reasons in the passage. They did not say the same thing. They gave the reasons, but they mentioned the reasons there. That means these things happen. So, okay, they will be describing an idea, but there they will be giving an example, or they will be giving an this one a description of the idea, but here they will be giving an this one, or is that example. So be very careful about this paraphrasing part. So yeah, next question, let us see. Robots are no longer a subject for science fiction. They are saying in science fiction, so robot is no longer a subject. That means what? In science fiction, we won't study or we won't read about the robots here. Okay. So robots are no longer a subject for science fiction. This is what they are trying to say. Let us go and see here. As I said, so again, no need to go here, because after this only the next question's answer will be there for true, false, no, sorry, yes, no, not given, and also true, false, not given. What we need to say? Robots are no longer a subject for science fiction. Okay. Now read. Okay. A, false, why? Basa, no, false. This is yes, no, not given. Okay. So I could see people, students are giving no, 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 guys. Kindly, what is that? Check here. Recently, robots have emerged from the pages of science fiction novels into the real world, and discussion of their possible economic effects have been ubiquitous. What they are saying here, so robots have emerged from the pages of science fiction novel. That means here they are saying from where the robots have come into, from where robots have come into the real world. But here what it is saying, the question, I want you people to look at the difference in the question. See, if you mark the keywords, robots, science fiction, subject, so all three, there also it is. So, but no longer is there. That is the reason you people picked no here. But what is the main idea here? The main idea is they are no longer a subject for science fiction. In science fiction, today, one is not studying robots. Okay, so this is the idea. If when it is no only when, if they say in science fiction, robots are studied even today. Robots are studied even today, isn't it? So, only when you take this, if you have this idea, then it is, what is that? No. But what is the question, your statement saying? They are only saying from where robots emerge. Whether this in any way indicating you guys whether robot is now a part of science fiction novels, or whether it is not a part of science fiction novel, whether you guys are getting any clarity about this? No. Why? This idea itself is different, isn't it? They are only saying from where robots have come from. They are not discussing the idea whether today in the book, science fiction novels, we study robots or not. That is not discussed here. So, what should be the answer? Yesterday I have said something which is not discussed, which is present in question, but it is not present in the passage. So, it has to be not given, right? I expected today you guys will be giving me not given. Uh, so, not given is that. Remember that thing, okay? Whatever I'm saying, kindly remember when it is not given, when it is no, when it is false. Because usually I've seen students get trapped between these questions only. True and yes, they'll give off. But when it comes to no and not given, so they get confused here. Robots are taking over the real world. What it is trying to say, next one. So this one is not given. Okay. Now, robots are taking over the real world. What does that mean? In our words, robot is dominating the real world, we can say. Or if this idea is there, then it is yes. If we have robots are not dominating, are just robots are just the beginning in the real world, or instead of robots something else is dominating, then also what will go as no here, no there. Okay, now let us try to see. Again, post this only it will come. And discussion of their possible economic effect so have become ubiquitous. So we have the discussion of their possible economic effect. That means here they are saying what could be the economic effect of these robots is ubiquitous. That means it's very common. Okay. So how these can have the effect on the economy, so that is ubiquitous. But anywhere are they saying this idea? Robots are taking over the real world. In fact, if you see the next statement also, but the serious problem inhibits these discussions today that there has been no separate this one. Only they are talking about economic effects. Here further, if you see, even if you think that ma'am further we may have, so what I would say, so if you're not finding any idea, go for the next question, find that next question. So, and wherever that next question idea is there, so between that you, so now right now I'll not, okay, some answers are coming in, but I want to show that thing. Okay, say because that idea is not present, we cannot clearly say that. So whether it is given, not given, whatever it is. But let us, here we have one more question. Nobody is discussing the real world consequences of robots. They're saying nobody is discussing about the real world consequences of so robots, they are saying. So that means what? That means nobody is talking about the uses of robots, how it can be used. So there. So where we can see, yeah, if you see in real world and discussions of their possible economic effects have become ubiquitous. That means what? They are saying it is that they are discussing, people are discussing, like, so how these have economic effects, how these robots have. That means what? So they are discussing, and it is a very common discussion. So therefore, the answer has to be no there. But however, our first sentence is what? So our first, I mean that this one, the third statement, robots are taking over the world. Now between the second answer and this fourth answer, your third answer should be there. Anywhere do we have that robots are taking over the world? No, right? So therefore, it has to be the third one is not given, and the second one, sorry, for fourth one is no. Got it, guys? Did you guys get this? Yes or no? Okay, right. Next thing, researchers. Good. I need this kind of, what is that, response. So we'll also get energy, isn't it? When you guys respond, we feel that, oh, students are responding, so we should be more active in explaining, isn't it? So now, researchers need to undertake a scientific study of economic consequences of robots. That means, here, see, when the lengthy sentence comes in, I want you people to put little more extra effort to understand the thing. Don't just randomly read, guys. So, yeah, definitely you need to be quick, but quick doesn't mean that you don't understand the question. So you people need to understand the question. Yes, so you need to follow the punctuation. That means wherever the pauses is there, try to pause and understand, read them. Researchers need to undertake a scientific study of economic consequences of robot. Now they are saying now researchers need to undertake. This means what? They have not started it. Okay, to study. So if something is opposite, what we need to say, researchers have already started or studied. So if all these things comes in, then it is no. If this statement comes in, then it is yes. If they are not talking about so what researchers and the study of economic consequences of robot, so then that is not given. Now you people only find. Tell me. See, if you see here, but a serious problem inhibits these discussion to date. There has been no systematic empirical analysis for the economic efforts of this one. You people are saying yes here. But they are saying we don't have systematic analysis. That means they have already studied, isn't it? See how they trap here. When we see no systematic empirical analysis, means immediately we think that, oh, they are not studying. No, they are studying, but the studying is not proper. But what is that? In the this one passage, they are saying they need to start studying. Need to start, and the study is not very effective. So there is a difference, right? The ideas are opposite, right? In one they are saying they need to start off, but in other they have started off, but it is not appropriate. So therefore it has to be what? It is contra here. So it has to be no here. What it has to be? So it has to be no. Getting it? See, why we are elaborately stressing, explaining question, answer choice, everything, because we want you to understand the concept. It is not when you people do practice also, don't just see why, whether your answer is correct or wrong. You need to see why your answer is correct or why your answer is wrong. These both things you need to analyze. Why? Because while you analyze, or when you analyze, you will get a kind of hint. Okay, when we get such type of questions, such types of references, we need to pick this kind of answer. Okay, so the clues you will be getting, and also indirectly you are understanding so how the language of writing so is used here. Okay, now next thing, next passage will go. I'll go for the next type of question: sentence completion. That means it is nothing but your fill up the blanks. Okay, so what is this? So it is nothing but your fill up the blanks. So in this fill up the blanks, you need to just choose the missing word. Now, guys, one complication here is that even though in the question it shows only one particular sentence, but actually, so it may contain many ideas here. Okay, many ideas can be just stringed into one sentence also. So here also, what you people need to do, here also make sure that you identify question idea. I'm giving you the technique. You need to identify the question idea. This question idea, you need to search in the passage. You need to search in the passage using scanning process. I said you guys. So we have two methods of scanning, entering into the passage to find out the answer location. One is scanning method, the other one is skimming method. So when we use scanning method, if we are not very sure where this question idea is located, because we know that in each paragraph of the passage we have 4 locations. Okay, what are those 4 locations? Main idea, description or explanation, then evidences, then what we have, conclusion. So whatever the questions that comes in the fill in the blanks can be from any part of this, isn't it? So that is the reason what we do. So we try to scan through. But what you will be scanning, you need to have something in your hand to scan through. What is that? The question idea. So because we don't want to read unnecessarily the entire thing, okay? Or definitely we are not going by keywords, because definitely there won't be, you won't be finding the keywords. And if at all, if you find the keywords also, they will be in different locations, not with appropriate to your question idea. So identify the question idea, then you enter into the paragraph using intensive reading. So for identifying your question idea. Now, let me take up this particular question. Here also, I would like to say, complete the sentences using no more than 3 words. What you need to do, you need to fill up the blanks with no more than 3 words. No more than 3 words in the sense what? So you may have 1 word answer, you may have 2 word answer, you may have 3 word answer. Greater than 3 words, no answer. Okay, so your answer will not be accepted. Be careful what is required, only that you people need to present. During World War One, Halifax Harbour was unable to handle so increased shipping traffic properly. So don't worry. Oh, I have not read about Halifax. I don't know anything about World War One. So how can we basically get this knowledge? See, they are not testing your general knowledge here. First of all, okay. So they are not testing your general knowledge. So already this information is in the passage. So don't get affected by these words here. Okay. So what we need to do here, during world during World War One, Halifax Harbour was unable to handle so increased shipping traffic properly. And there were numerous dash because of this increased shipping traffic this one, so they could not handle it, so there were many dash itself. What's that? Okay, so let us try to see here and check it out. Now tell me where it is. You people only tell. They could not handle the traffic. Because of that, something happened. Something was very more, or it was intense. What it could be? Now find it out. You guys only. Collisions. Anurag has given collisions. Yes. Come out, everyone. Definitely it is collisions. Why? You see that. See, whenever you people are picking, all the elements of the question should be there. What are the elements of the question that we have? It is during World War only. So where? In Halifax Harbor. So they were not able to handle shipping properly. Okay. So shipping traffic properly. Hence they had something. Let us see before picking up the thing whether we have all these things in that context. Okay. Before atomic bomb was this. So had taken place in 19. So this one. With the outbreak of World War One, Halifax was effectively transformed into a boom town. Conveyors gathered weekly in Bedfordshire, and in order to traverse the Atlantic, Halifax Harbour became heavy with vessels of one variety or another. This spike, this increase in boat traffic was not dealt with efficiently, so hence the collision becomes almost normal. See, look at that. There one sentence, but how many? Complete paragraph is summarized into one particular statement. In fact, if you see from year to year, so you can see that, so one statement is given. So tell me guys, if you people would have picked up the this one, only keywords, do you think at one place you will be getting this? No, only on understanding you would be getting here. So hence understand and identification of question idea is very important. Hence everyone, so collisions, so perfect one. Okay, collisions are the perfect answer. The IMO was not in the correct dash and traveling too fast. Again, don't get worried by these jargons and all. The IMO was not in correct dash, it seems. We don't know what is. Let us not guess also. It was not in correct direction. Please don't do that. So the IMO was not in correct dash and it was traveling too fast. So now quickly tell me. I will not tell. You people tell me. Do we have in the second paragraph? Because in the first paragraph, they have not discussed anything about IMO. So in the second paragraph, are they discussing anything about the IMO? No. Yes, in the third paragraph. Very good. So in third paragraph, we have this. Now see, IMO was not in something and it had changed this one. It was moving fast, isn't it? Okay. So I got channel also, schedule also. Remember, by the time she reached the narrow, she was in a wrong channel. She is referred to whom? IMO, and going too fast. So it is what? Here we have. So she reached the narrows. She was in wrong channel and she was going too fast. That is what we want now. She was traveling too fast. Who? IMO. Why? And also it was not in correct channel. It was in wrong channel. Okay, that means it was not in this one. Okay, so channel is the answer that we basically have here. Getting it? Now, next one. Let me clear this. Dash of people were watching the burning ship when it exploded. We had so dash of people, it seems. They were watching the burning ship. Let me clear so that you can understand. Dash of people were watching the burning ship when it exploded. Let us see. So, what? How many people were there? Okay. So here you can see further down you people see, because we don't know, like here it is not talking about any ship explosion or anything. So just go through this reversed and this one decipher their warnings, their fury lessons. This is this when where it comes to the fear. So here we are not talking about any explosions here. Right. Go for the next paragraph. This spectacle drew thousands of onlookers, people crowded, so filled with curious faces. As many as 1,600 died when the blow boat exploded. This spectacle drew thousands of onlookers. Onlookers means people. But what spectacle they have described here? See, crowded at the rails as men as boats exploded. That means what? This spectacle was viewed, or this one, what is that? Was vision, or it was seen, witnessed by thousands of onlookers, okay, or it was gazed by thousands of onlookers. So therefore here what? Thousands of. Good. So thousands, it is only thousands. Of is already given, so therefore you need to write only thousands. Okay. Now, the Halifax explosion and about dash of the power of the Hiroshima bomb. They are comparing Hiroshima bomb and Halifax in terms of intensity of the power. So check it out. Tell me now. It is very easy one. You people can tell me. 1/5. Yes, it is 1/5. And guys, see, 1/5 is one single word. Okay, what it is? One single word. Don't think that we have 1/5 here, so it is two words or something like that. No, it is so one single word. 1/5 is very correct. Next one, freezing weather brought by a blizzard caused the death of some survivors who were dashed under collapsed buildings. That means, so there was a freezing weather which was brought by a snowy storm. Blizzard is what? Snowy storm, okay? That caused the death of some survivors. And where the survivors were? So under collapsed building. So try to check what had happened to these survivors under the collapsed building. Now tell me. You guys only find it out. Trapped? Yes. Very correct. See, that evening a blizzard commenced and it would continue until the next day, leaving 40 centimeters of snow in its way. Consequently, many of them trapped within the collapsed structures died here. So of exposure. Therefore, it is what you can see here. It is trapped. What we can put here? So it is trapped in this case. Getting it? Understood? No? Now, let us try to take one more question. What happened, Ramu? Okay. Let us try to do one more set of questions on the sentence completion. A large plume. See, again, we are not bothered to see what the passage only is, isn't it? And also, guys, did you see that when we were doing that sentence completion or true false not given, did we read the entire thing there? Only depending upon our requirement, we are just choosing the things to read here, isn't it? A large plume of dash rock may have contributed additional heat and material. So there is a large plume of some rock. We don't know what is that rock. So some description of rock that has contributed to, that may have contributed to additional heat and material. Let us see what is that plume of rock we have. Yes, here we have. A large plume of some rock has contributed, may have contributed to heat and this one. So find out. Huh. Tell me, what's the answer? Go through. A large plume of some rock have contributed. Going through. Go through. You want me to change this one? Slide. Hot mantle. Yes. A large plume of hot mantle rock so contributed to your this one. Very good. Right. Everyone answered? Good. Now, Tamu Massif is a dash or a shield volcano. They are talking about Tamu Massif. It is a dash or a shield volcano. What it is? It's here only. Rounded dome. Yeah, the rounded dome. Very good. Now, replacing the device with a dash did not help as the unit was nearly ripped off by more shark. So they replaced the device with something, but that did not help. Why? Because the sharks had completely ripped off. What is that? Replacing something, device with something. Tell me, it is very clearly mentioned here. Spare. Yes, you can see here. When the team replaced the device with the spare, the unit was nearly ripped off by shark. So it is spare. Next, Sager believes that magnetic anomalies were caused by something more than dash from the riches. Okay, so they had magnetic anomalies that were caused by something more than dash from the ridges. There was something else that caused, which was not due to something from the ridges here. So now tell me, suspects more complex forces were at work than simply the eruptions from the ridges. So what would, it is not just the simply eruptions, there are some complex forces. Okay, now more than the simply eruptions from ridges. See, complex forces caused it, but it is more than the simple this one, eruptions from the ridges, right? So therefore simply eruptions is your answer. Got it? Any doubts you people have? Okay, repeat. See, Saga, you can see, let me erase this. Sager believes that magnetic anomalies were caused by something more than something from ridges. So more than something which is coming out of the ridges. This something was what? Complex forces. Caused by complex forces more than simple simply eruptions from ridges. I'll take you. This is the idea they are trying to say. Here, see, you can see. Sure, what caused the isn't sure what caused the magnetic anomalies. Yet, suspects more complex forces were at work. That means they caused them than simply eruptions from ridges. So that means it is not just the eruptions coming from the ridges, but it is some complex forces that would have made this particular thing to happen. That is why don't get confused. Already they have said, look at the way how they are putting the sentences here. It's already said. It was caused by something. Okay. That is more than, that means they are comparing to something else, which is not the reason. And what is not the reason? Simply eruptions from the ridges are not the reason that we have. Okay. So I hope you guys understood the technique. So mostly I want you people to understand the techniques, okay, rather than the questions and this one. So you people need to understand the techniques for which question, what kind of so techniques you people need to use to make your this one reading comprehensions completely perfect. Simply eruption, because we have two words option there, so that's the reason simply eruption is answered. Okay, now guys, any doubts you guys have? See, it is not always it will be in sequential. See, if it is sequential, I will particularly mention it. Okay, so if I am not mentioned that for fill in the blanks, you will be having what is that sequential, that means you won't get in sequential. Okay, whenever it is in sequential, I mention it. Like true, false, not given, yes, no, not given, I said, right, it is in sequential. So not for all the questions. So any other queries you people have? Good. Practice, okay, whatever today you have understood, you immediately practice on the passages, so that will be helpful for you guys. Okay, welcome. Right. When we write as a collision eruption, no collision eruption, no, it is just simply eruption. Okay, no collision. We didn't had collision, right? Exact answer, pakka answer we need to have. Okay. Right. Ma'am, what's the topic for tomorrow? Tomorrow we'll be working on summary questions and so diagram questions. Okay, right. We'll be doing summary, diagram, table completion. So we'll be doing these things. Any other queries you guys have? Okay. Okay, guys. Admin, over to you. Thank
Thank
you.
you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, Imani.
All right, so guys, I'm sharing the Telegram IELTS channel link again. It's there in the chat box. You can join if you haven't joined it yet. And talking about the access to the recordings and the handouts part and the sessional test that's available on the website of Ubergrad, that is ubergrad.com, and the other information related to the sessional related to the mock tests are there on the Telegram channel of IELTS. So do join that channel. All right, just give me a second, Femina. I'll just clear your doubt. Any other questions, guys? Okay, so for all those who are not able to join the Telegram channel, please try it from your mobile only because it won't work on your desktop. So try joining in using your mobile phones. I hope then you will be able to join. Anything else, guys, that you want to know? Else, we'll just close the call for today and we'll meet tomorrow for session 4 of reading module. All right. Thank you so much, guys, for joining. We'll meet tomorrow for the 4th session of reading. Thanks a lot.
Jai Shri Krishna.